Alright, what's up, y'all? This is my first official YouTube reaction. Today I'm react to Kevin Feige's major MCU changes, and this video is by Den of Nerds. I'm gonna link the original video in the description below, so y'all go and watch it. Alright, I'm gonna get straight to it. If you don't know me, I love Marvel, so anything Marvel related, I'm going to see it in the movie theater. So, hopefully, Phase 5 and 6 be very good, because I'm gonna go see all of the movies. Yeah, so let me oh yeah, and let me know y'all favorite Marvel characters. My favorite character is probably, not even probably, I love Spider-Man. That's my favorite character of all time. So,
well, Marvel fans, I hope you're ready for change, because Kevin Feige is making major changes to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And we've got two major updates and changes to talk about in this video. It looks like we're getting a new writer for the next Avengers movie. We'll talk about that first, but then we also need to talk about secret reshoots that were shot for Loki season 2, and this might lead to actually the biggest change.
Y'all think they should recast Kang or keep Jonathan Majors? Because it's tricky, because if he's proven innocent, then I don't know. But I think they probably gonna recast him. I don't know who will be a perfect fit for Kang, but y'all let me know. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. That's a good question. I really don't know.
That has happened to the MCU yet. So smash a freaking like on this video and let's begin. Okay, so first up, we need to talk about the rumor that Jeff Loveness, the writer of Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, has been taken off the Kang Dynasty.
Wow.
This was reported by Jeff Snyder, who has had a lot of scoops recently, but it is just a rumor for now. But oh man, it's a big one with a lot of ramifications. Jeff, of course, was attached as the writer to the next Avengers movie, Avengers: The Kang Dynasty, well before the movie Quantumania actually came out. And Quantumania was a very poorly performing movie for Marvel, with critics, with audiences, and in the box office. I mean,
yeah, I don't like how Ant-Man ended. I feel like Ant-Man should have ended in a better way, because I don't like how at the end of the movie Kang just got jumped by some ants. It made him look very weak, in my opinion. Like, come on, bro. He supposed to be the big bad, the next Thanos, and this man getting jumped by ants. Like, come on, bro. But and then another thing with Marvel, bro, it's like 90% of all Marvel movies are just jokes. Like, I feel like we need a blend of seriousness and jokes. I feel like it need to be a good blend of both, but I don't know. Like, Thor: Love and Thunder was a movie that just straight jokes. I guess it's cool, but I really prefer a good blend of both. I feel like we need seriousness and jokes at certain times. But that's just my opinion.
That really jettisoned already happening change at Marvel Studios. Victoria Alonso, executive that was with the company for 17 years, just gone. And I think we'll probably look back at Quantumania as the movie that just really changed everything for Marvel Studios.
My name is Darren.
He looked goofy too.
Now, Jeff Loveness was made the writer for the next Avengers movie for a couple of different reasons. Number one, they must have had a good relationship with him while he was writing the script for Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. He's also Rick and Morty alumni and has a really good positive relationship with Michael Waldron, who was also a Rick and Morty writer and went on to write Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. And Michael Waldron has a huge sweetheart deal over with Disney, and he is writing the script for Avengers: Secret Wars, which is like the part 2 to Avengers: The Kang Dynasty. On top of that, Loveness was going to be working a lot with the character of Kang the Conqueror, who was going to come back in many different forms in Avengers: The Kang Dynasty.
Also, that last scene with the Council of Kang and Ant-Man, I really didn't care for it either. It just looked like a sketch or something. Like a skit. Like, it looked goofy to me, but I guess so.
Dynasty. Loveness also has a history of writing
a little fan made. That's what I meant to say. A little fan made
books at Marvel Comics. And so I think from the outset, it just made a lot of sense to bring him on as this writer, but it's just unfortunately the case that for Jeff, that people really didn't like his debut. People really didn't like Quantumania. And this is honestly kind of the least surprising bit of massive earth-shaking news that I've ever seen.
Oh, so they done with him.
Was saying
They were like, you gotta go, buddy.
After Quantumania,
At the Quantumania,
that he might get fired, joking about how his pass might just not work when he tries to get to the building next. I think he saw the writing on the wall, man, and some people indicated that the amount of interviews he was even doing at that time and trying to talk about cool stuff that he wanted to put in the Avengers movie was basically him trying to lobby to keep his.
You need a good writer for a good movie, though. The plot is everything.
And they took this
the plot is very important.
The Kang Dynasty before the writer's strike even happened. And the other thing that's crazy here is just how people really like this. Like, it's bizarre, but I did a poll on my live stream on Friday after this news and rumor came out, and it was like 94% of people were positive. They thought this was a W, taking Jeff Loveness off the next Avengers.
People are funny.
And I guess the question is, like, what happens next? Where do we go from here? Well, I think if history is any indicator, Feige is probably already courting a really big
he already has a plan, in my opinion.
The Doctor Strange the Multiverse of Madness thing.
I'm pretty sure Kevin Feige has a plan.
Scott Derrickson, and then Feige replaces him with freaking Sam Raimi, comic book and movie.
I love Sam Raimi films. I'm not gonna lie.
I think Feige knows this is going to be perceived as just some weakness in the company's strategy, and Marvel's in this weird spot where they've been kind of catching a lot of L's. So I think he knows he needs a very strong name as the writer to the next Avengers movie. Something that'll reestablish confidence in what that film can be and potentially even get people really excited about it. But there's sort of a problem with that, right? Because you can't actually hire a writer right now. I mean, I guess you technically could, but they're not allowed to actually put pen to paper or type anything out because of the writer's strike that is going on. So
I heard about the writer's strike.
It's all going to shake out. It seems like a sort of...
Do y'all feel like the MCU has fallen off? Because in my opinion, I feel like it hasn't fallen off. I feel like it's just building up towards something that's bigger. I feel like phase 4 and 5 are going to lead into phase 6, which is Secret Wars and Kang Dynasty. So I don't really feel like it's falling off. But a lot of people say it's not the same MCU, which is true. But I feel like it has progressed into something different, which people need to get accustomed to. Because I feel like Marvel cannot be the same over time. I feel like it needs to change and evolve into something different. I love how they introduced lesser known characters, and some characters not even fan favorites. Like, I feel like Moon Knight, Miss Marvel, and Shang-Chi are good characters. I feel like people need to get adapted to the new MCU, but I don't really feel like it's falling off at all, honestly. But a lot of people say it has.
Unique problem given where they're at. There is the potential, though, that Feige already has a replacement. If they indeed took Loveness off of this project before the writer's strike, then it is, of course, possible that he already hired a writer, maybe even already had a writer do a bit of work. And all of that kind of takes me to where Marvel is at and what I think they'll do for San Diego Comic-Con. Because as it stands right now, there's a lot of buzz that Kevin Feige wants to go big time on San Diego Comic-Con announcements at Hall H this year. Because as I've talked about in other videos,
I'm surprised they introduced. I'm surprised they revealed all them titles at Comic-Con.
Kind of are changing, right? He had to delay things, but he announced all the things that he announced last year to recreate hype, to change the narrative. He knew he had to do something because Phase 4 had left Marvel fans just feeling.
He saw the fans complaining. He had to drop them titles on them.
We have a plan. Crazy stuff's on the way. Let's all get excited. And it's almost like 1 year later, he needs to do that again, but like 10 times better. Because, damn, things are crazy right now. And
Bro, I'm trying to tell people, once these new MCU movies drop, and even the TV show, people are going to jump back on the bandwagon. People always do that. Bro, I feel like once Blade and all that come out, bro, come on now. People gonna jump right back on the bandwagon. So people need to start complaining so much. It really take away from the fun of the MCU. I just hate when people complain all the time. It just killed the vibe. I hate negativity. Like, come on, bro. Like, everything can't be phase 1, 2, and 3. Like, it's kind of aggravating, but hey, I
I
digress.
think they need to establish that there's just so much amazing, incredible, wild stuff on the way from Marvel
Facts.
fans
Like, come
that
on,
we
bro.
can sort of sit through some of the more weird things that are going on.
And I'm not even being
Alex
biased, but I feel like
Perez,
Marvel
who
still
writes for the Cosmic
still is
Circus,
doing
and
good.
I think has some incredible sources, has even been teasing that that's what Marvel Studios wants to do. They want to go even bigger than last year at San Diego Comic-Con, and he claims that despite restrictions from the writer's strike, they're going to figure out a way to do that. That it's so important to Marvel Studios that you're going to get that big announcement. You're going to get hyped up information at San Diego Comic-Con. I wonder if a new writer for Avengers and possibly a director attached to Secret Wars, I wonder if those are big announcements that Feige is going to drop. Because as it stands right now, we don't know who is going to direct Secret Wars. Destin Daniel Crichton is going to be the director of the Kang Dynasty, and we need to know who's actually writing that script. And I really have no idea who this writer could be. If you guys have an idea, please let me know in the comment section. I mean, part of my brain thinks it would be crazy to bring back Marcus and McFeely and maybe even bring the Russo brothers back. But I think
I love the
that
Russo
you
brothers.
need Marcus and McFeely to
I
write
love the
both
Russo
of
brothers.
those films. And that would require taking Michael Waldron off of Secret Wars or making him a co-writer. I don't really know, but I guess I could see that happening as well. Like Feige might just be changing everything. So that's pretty freaking crazy, guys. Even though, again, it's maybe the least surprising, earth-shattering news ever, I still think it's generally pretty wild. But this next story will have you scratching your head. Again, this is something that's been teased out by Alex Perez, but it would appear that some reshooting did go down for Loki season 2.
I bet.
Now,
I bet.
to other people out there, they are not reshooting to remove Jonathan Majors from Loki season 2. Of course, you will recall that Jonathan Majors is embroiled in a big legal case right now, and it seems to be the case that Marvel Studios is at least preparing for the worst, potentially just recasting Kang the Conqueror. And for what it's worth, I've been told by some reliable people that they've already done so, okay? I can't get that confirmed, so we don't know for sure, but I strongly feel like Marvel's already made the decision to move past Jonathan Majors. And in fact, if you read between the lines on something that Alex Perez recently said, it seems like they may have taken an approach where they film something at the end of the season that shows a different actor as a Kang variant.
They could easily do that, bro. It's different variants of Kang, so they could easily replace Kang with a different actor. I mean, Marvel can tie this in so beautifully. I don't feel like they can make it seem like he was never there, honestly, but
And it's so weird because this actually reminds me of rumors surrounding the Flash movie, okay? Before the Flash movie basically was going to end up nowhere and not really affect the news.
I'm not gonna count, bro. This man runs so goofy, bro. Look at this man run.
The Flash movie basically was going to end up nowhere and not really affect the new DCU that James Gunn is
He look like a
creating.
cartoon character.
It was going to set up the new universe for the DCEU moving forward. You were going to see things like Henry Cavill's Superman removed, Ben Affleck's Batman removed, but you were still going to have Jason Momoa's Aquaman, you were still going to have Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman, and you were going to have a new Batman in Michael Keaton. And then there was even a time when it was said that they were going to bring in a different actor for the Flash and kind of have Barry come back into our timeline, and all of a sudden he looks and sounds completely different due to timey-wimey multiverse shenanigans. And just to be clear, I don't think that's actually what they're going to do with that movie now, because now it's just going to end off in a weird universe with George Clooney Batman and Nicolas Cage Superman, and it's not going to have much to do with whatever James Gunn does next. However, this could be the perfect way for Marvel Studios to replace Jonathan Majors, have him actually be Kang in a ton of different roles for the very last time in Loki season 2 before setting up an in-universe explanation for this new variant, for a variant played by a different actor that we will now follow as we get closer to the Kang Dynasty, because it appears Marvel's not changing the plan.
And it's not a knock against Jonathan Majors, but I feel like Kane doesn't give me Thanos vibes at all. He's give me, I don't know. He doesn't like pose a threat to me, or I don't get why people be scared. I don't know. He doesn't give me Thanos at all, but He's not supposed to be Thanos, but I just feel like as the main big bad of MCU, he's supposed to be like menacing and scary. But I don't get that vibe from Kang at all. I guess because he got jumped by some ants, but it just isn't. I don't know. I don't know if it's the script or it probably the plot, but
For the multiverse at all. I mean, they might tweak it slightly, but there were fans, including myself, that had wanted them to just abandon Kang and just go with Doctor Doom after the Jonathan Majors thing happened. But they just invested
keep Kang,
way
bro.
too much into making Kang and different variants of Kang the big bad for this entire saga and for the next 2 Avengers movies. And so even though this one is speculative and we're sort of reading between the lines of what Alex Perez is saying here, I feel fairly confident that Marvel Studios shot something with a different actor, and depending on what happens, they can insert that, or maybe they've already committed to just doing that and having Loki season 2 be the show that sets up the new Kang variant or variants. But you see what I mean now? Crazy change is happening, man, and there might even be more that's reported before we get to San Diego Comic-Con. So of course, let me know your thoughts about all of this in the comment section below. Smash a like on this freaking video, and let's just hope that Marvel gets it all sorted out. Wilma!
that was a good video. Should I recast Kang at this point? They probably should, but I feel like we need better writers for Kang. Honestly, I feel like we need to set up Kang in a way that he's the big bad that we all want and need. So hopefully Marvel gets together. But thank y'all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and see y'all next time, man.